application that is meant to be handed over to a stakeholder for use. So when I come over here, you can see the deals, which is not populated yet. This is the destination, which is empty, the price range already, and also the login, which is also fresh, which is also the register, which is also there. So for the WooX travel, this is also the login for the admin panel, and this is my database. So for purpose of like demo, all data has been cleared to give a clear understanding of what is happening here. So these are the users that have tested my application, and also this is just a dummy password, and also for the regions is empty, the cities are also empty, the bookings are also empty, the admins are also empty. So I'll first of all start with the admin. So with the admin, this entire application is built and also hosted on AWS Elastic Cloud Compute, that is AWS EC2. And for here, you will see that the login feature that is here means that the admin session, they only have to log in. But for purposes of a newly built system, it's important that I give leverage to people that are, or to admins that are going to act as the super admin. So for that, this link will change, which this link is only known on a real scenario. On a real scenario, this link is only made known, or is only given to the super admin in order to register. And so with the registration, you see they are meant to enter their name, and I'll be entering my name here, Madu, and also my email and also my password. So over here I did some validation. I did some validation in such that if the passwords are not matching, it should throw an error. It will actually throw an error over here that the password do not match. So login page, and over here in my database you can see that admins is actually registered with a row of 1, which is the super user. And then coming back to login, if I try to give my name and then give a wrong password, it should also tell me that there's invalid email or password for security purposes. I do not specifically have to tell the user this is the password, the 0 number of regions. And this is cool because as they go to the admin, because they are the super admins, they get to actually see what is happening, because they can create other admins, they can add other admins, and they can actually do that. And also I'll be creating a second admin, which is normal admin, and over here I will impute a random admin called ima@gmail.com, and then I will say a J, and then the password. So for the purposes of security, and also for purposes of security, and also for future development, a more better way to do this is to make sure that the user can actually change their password when they are later added. But for now, I can actually go back to do this, and then this admin is created. Is created successfully. So, and this person is I can see everybody. But an interesting thing I did here, that with the use of sessions, and I get to add, and then it will tell me that region has been inserted successfully. So the image is also displayed here, and they can go ahead to create multiple regions. So I can go ahead to create multiple regions. So I'll get to create cities. Yes, remember here there are no bookings yet, no customer created yet, and then the admins are still here. So with this, I can get back here and click on home, and you see that it's kind of populated right now. So I get to see central region, the average price. I also get to see the average price for western region, and all the corresponding listing appears there, which is the Kasua region and all that. It tells me that my passwords do not match, and also I have to retype my password, and the same thing occurs. Or if I try to do Gmail page, I can see all deals, but maybe I'm not having more time to filter all this, and I'm looking at this. So I can go here and say I want to go to the eastern region of Ghana and search, and then it brings up all this from the eastern region of Ghana. And when I clear, it returns back to the original state. Also I can do the a region less than this, and then it will give me Yendi. I can go ahead to make a reservation, and then when I make a reservation, assuming I made an assumption here that the user can have different number and they might be making bookings for different persons. So over here, the number of guests is very dynamically from the database. And as you can see here, one interesting thing I did here is that we are in the month of August, but let's say the user tries to book for 8 and then book today's date and tries to book because today is fast spent. It throws an error that the check-in date cannot be in the past because we're already here today. And if I try to go back or something, it still says, it still throws the same kind of error. And then I go back here and then have to correct it and then say 03 and then 2024. I make my reservation, which is also okay. So I assume that the money that the person is being spent here is kind of a dummy amount of money that is controlled from the database. So there's no payment system in place. But then this user can actually go back and they can actually go back or even go back to home, and then with as they go there, they get to explore what is happening. So welcome to Northern Region on their dashboard. So the user has the option to delete a reservation that they've made, and this is this table is all for like the user, and each user comes in and have their own dashboard. So over here, since the status is pending, the admin over here can go back and remember and just go to the home. They can see that the number of bookings that has been made is 3, and then all regions that they've put here, the cities, number of cities, and everything that have been here, and they can get back to the bookings and they can see all pending listing. And by approving, they can come to the database, both the super admin and the admin, by the super admin. So they can get over here and then they can see they can check it to be booked successfully. So over here, Yendi destination Yendi has been successfully updated from the admin panel, and over here, just because the user is still here, you can just like it has dynamically changed to booked successfully, and the amount is also there. So another thing that can happen here is that if the user get to change their mind that they don't want to do any booking again, they can successfully delete, and then it asks them that, are you sure they are able to they said yes, and it deletes dynamically. And over here at the admin panel, it is also reflected. So the user has a right to actually delete their booking, and even though they've successfully booked, they can, the only thing they can rectify is that because this is not a payment system, the payment system is not implemented here, we can actually try to abstract, or that the user, the admin has to approve that, and their money will get back in a real life scenario. But this is the basic updates and that is being done here. And also for the cities, so they can also say yes, they want to delete it. It is also deleted successfully. So when you get here, or when the user gets here home, and they see they get to the deals page, and the functionality is tried to like they try to get to the northern region, or they try to get to the northern region and search destination Yendi is no longer available. So what happens if this user is actually logged out? So if they are logged out, they've destroyed their session, and also what it means is that they can't actually do any booking. So but the average price is being, when they get to the deals page, they can't log in. So for them to be able to make a reservation, or even get to the point of seeing the reservation form, they have to log in. Remember, the number of bookings have decreased from 3 to 2, the number of cities have decreased from 8 to 7, and the number of regions are still 4. So when I get to my regions, and then I get to delete I've changed my mind, when they delete central, it asks me if I'm sure if I want to delete this. I say yes, and then the region is deleted successfully. And what happens here is that home, you can see that all instances of cities are deleted too, because the regions actually, the cities are actually referenced on the regions, and because they are the ones controlling like what region, where you can visit, the actual region is actually deleted. So that is this about my database, and also all this why my database has been updated so far with everything that have gone on. The regions have also been updated, the cities have, and I try to copy my URL, Control C, and I paste it here, and then say enter. What actually happens is that it redirects, because I'm not logged in, it redirects me to the login pages. So there are two ways to actually do this. Is where we use the JavaScript, like the PHP function, the base name, where we concatenate the image, that the original image with the name, and then we kind of randomly assign images, or randomly generate numbers and letters, and then assign them to the images, which is now uploaded to the database and then fetched from the database. So I learned it was an interesting algorithm for me, because this was my first time getting to work with allowing permissions on the server, on AWS server, for the user. So over here, the thing that happened is that we kind of created a dummy folder. Will I say it's a dummy folder, a temporary folder, where I called city images. That once a user uploads an image, it gets to this folder, and then the images are now read from the city images. And then for here, the image size is kind of set to 5 megabytes. So if it exceeds the 5 megabytes, it has been said sorry that your file is too large. The image, let me say I select this, and then I go to documents. Okay, I get to select a PDF, and then I try to create a city, try to create 3 days, or the price name, and then choosing a region. And when I try to add, it should throw an error that file is not an image. When you add a region, or when you confirm delete, what I did was I used Ajax to handle it, and also the sweet alert. So here, the JavaScript function used here is the JavaScript method that is used here is the onClick. So onClick, what actually happens here is that the ID of this particular region is actually tracked when they want to delete. So what I did here was to call the region ID inside this function, which is this JavaScript function here, and this ID is actually passed like the number. So what it actually retrieves here is the number of the region, and then is now triggered. So this is for the sweet alert, and also the method here is actually post. The sweet alert pop-up shows up that do you want to delete it. So when the person says yes, delete it, what goes on is that it makes a post request to the delete region. It makes a post request to this file that is here, which is actually being outputted, like which is put from this particular delete region file, is in form of the JavaScript object notation. So it's a JSON file, and then when it calls it here, it shows here. So using the document object model, or the document object model, it appends this row with the ID to this particular place, and when it appends it, and the data type that we already defined here, which is encoded the response. We encoded the response here in JavaScript, like this thing, and then the application type, that the header content that is being outputted. So that is being outputted out of this file, or which is being called, is the here, and then this ID, or this ID that is that has been defined already, is actually called out, and it is deleted. So it all starts with the action of onClick. When it clicks, when it does an onClick, then it goes to perform this operation, which is actually what I did for most of the show region, and also for show region, and also for the show cities.